What is up, all you fine lads and ladies out there? Hope you're all doing well. A follow-up to our first story. I would argue another gigantic twist to the Halo esports scene so far as we slowly approach our first LAN over at Raleigh. Yes, our first story by Hunter this morning explained to all of you guys the Sentinels breakdown of Royal 2 suspension for geo-filtering, which a lot of people had a wide variety of opinions on, but left one of your best rosters in the entire world needing just one more person. And who better than the guy who has been touching every single, has been joining every single Halo team so far this season. Who better than FormaL to bring more eyes to his Sentinels roster? At first, by the way, a Sentinels roster who said after the ruling of Royal 2 being suspended, they would 100% not be going to Raleigh. Well, it seems that was maybe not necessarily the case. And it wasn't until after this ruling was established and several hours had passed of hustle bus on Twitter where people were really giving a lot of their opinions on this case. Was this ruling deserved? Was this temporary ban deserved? To what extent should he have been punished? And of course, a lot of people are feeling very bad for Sentinels, other making remarks about Raleigh and will the viewership still be there with one of your best rosters not competing? Well, then they backtracked, and it seems your best roster still wanted to compete at the biggest Halo event that we have probably seen in the past half decade, if not one of the largest events of all time, with a number of teams going for the open bracket system and a number of eyes now currently back on Halo. You don't want to miss that for some kind of ruling, although you might disagree with it. And there were a variety of opinions. It was an unfortunate situation for the flip side, though, as we have Ace making note for Space Station, hey, FormaL will be playing for Sentinels. It's kind of been typical Halo fashion so far for other teams to talk about other people's moves before they do, but in this case, I'm not going to blame a Space Station player for doing so because they were pretty much screwed in this situation, left looking for a +1, which they eventually do sign Tusk, but it's got to really be sucky to find out that because of a Sentinels ruling where Sentinels get hurt, you then also get hurt, as FormaL later did confirm he was going to be joining Sentinels instead, which in itself, if I just told you guys those words out of context a few months back, you'd be like, you're on something, Jake. As FormaL finally took to Twitter to actually confirm it himself, saying, on a serious note, this was too good of an opportunity to pass up. I appreciate the guys on SSG. It was fun to learn the game together, and I wish them the best of luck. I'll be playing with Sentinels for Raleigh. Should be a spicy weekend. I'm still OpTic forever, though. As Hastro later stated, it was never a question of whether or not to allow FormaL to play for Sentinels at HCS Raleigh. We want Matt to have a chance to compete, even if it means he has to play for our toughest opponent. It's a good problem to have, and we have on contract 6 of the best Halo players on Earth. And Space Station, for the most part, at least on social media, taking this one on the chin. You know, Sean saying, hey, we just move on. I do really feel gutted for the players because what a tough spot to be put in. And especially we have the social media guys, you know, they're making some great jokes about FormaL gone, and I thought that was one of the better, funnier things I actually saw last night. I do feel really bad for players when Sentinels had one of their individuals put themselves in a circumstance which hurt the entire team, and somehow that ripple effects and actually hurts SSG. The flip side of that, you look towards someone like FormaL. Could he have not stuck it out with SSG? He passes up an opportunity then to play with one of the favored rosters of the entire event, one of the most well-known rosters in Halo history. So do I totally fault him? No, it's an utterly terrible situation for a lot of teams and players out there, and this all stemming from a very heavily, well, a controversial topic out there in Royal 2 and the ruling of Sentinels, which has caused, I will say, at the end of the day, if there are no hard feelings between FormaL, SSG, Sentinels, whatever else has been thrown in there, we have now set ourselves up for an incredible storyline of what could be an incredible finish to the first ever HCS LAN event of the entire season. It's going to be really cool to watch. I think everyone's going to be watching because who knows? We could have OpTic Sentinels FormaL playing against the actual OpTic, and then what is he going to do? I think Snakebite brings up a great point, all right? What if we see him throwing? What if we see him dominating? Either way, people, the main point here, are going to be freaking watching. But no matter what do y'all think about this? Certainly a crazy circumstance, and I cannot wait to break it down in the future and see what happens. Till next time, do me a favor, all right? Drink some water, drink some coffee. You guys take care of yourselves out there. Love you guys. Have a good one, all right? Take care.